The time is finally here. Apple has released its brand new photo application simply called Photos. Photos allows you to sync all of your photos up with the cloud so that they appear on all of your devices, including your iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch, as well as your Mac. Previously, we've all been using iPhoto to manage our photos, create photo books, libraries, email photos off. But now, Apple's allowing us to move to a new application called Photos that works much more like the iPhone and iPad. The first thing you're going to do after the upgrade is see the Photos application on your dock. When you open it, it will automatically ask you to import the library. I'm going to choose my Photos library, and this will start importing and preparing the library. A couple things to note about preparing the library state is you do need double the size of your photo library available space on your machine. So for example, if your photo library is 100 gigs, you need an additional 100 gigs free on your computer during the transfer process. Once the transfer process is finished, it will relieve the non-used space and you'll get it back. But for those of you who are running out of space on your Mac, you may need to do this process through an external drive or upgrade the storage in your machine before being able to migrate to Photos. Once you migrate, you'll see all your photos much like you do on your iPhone and iPad. They'll be broken down by the dates they were taken. Up at the top of Photos, you'll see all the places you can navigate, including Photos, which shows you every single photo, and you can zoom out or in on the photos using the slider at the top. Shared shows you all the photos that you're sharing through iCloud. Albums shows you all your previously created albums, including all your events that you've created in iPhoto are now going to be in iPhoto events inside of albums. Projects will show all of the projects you've recently created and allow you to create new ones, like this nature book that I created previously. The first thing I want to talk about is how Photos integrates with iCloud. If we go to System Preferences and go to iCloud, we'll see an option for Photos. To enable this feature, I just check this box and will automatically enable iCloud Photo Library. When I click on Options, it will show me that iCloud Photo Library is enabled. The really cool thing about Photos in the cloud is if I go to any of my other devices, I'll see the exact same photos. So for example, if I go to iCloud.com and click on the Photos app, I'll see my same photos just as I see them inside of Photos on the Mac, iPhone, and iPad. This allows me to manage my library very easily. If I choose that I no longer want a photo and I delete it, it will ask me if I'm sure because it will delete it from all of my devices. Once I choose Delete, I can then go back to iCloud Photos, and this photo, once updated, will automatically delete from that device as well. The options within Photos are much the same as they are within iPhoto as well as in the Photos app on iPhone and iPad. If I want to edit a photo, for example, I can double click on it, and up at the top over on the right hand side I get all of my options. This little heart is your way of making the photo a favorite. If you make the photo a favorite, it will automatically download it on each device. That way it's stored local on the device and you don't have to be connected to the internet to get to all of your photos. The I will give you information about the photo, including its name, when it was taken, the file size, as well as where it was taken if you took it on an iPhone or iPad with geolocation turned on. The plus button would allow you to add this photo to an album or a book, calendar, card, slideshow, or order prints of the photo, just like you could in iPhoto. The share button allows you to share this out. You can share it out through an email, message, through Twitter or Facebook, as well as you could share it through iCloud photo sharing, where you can send that group of photos out to family and friends. To edit a photo, simply click Edit at the top. From here, you'll have all the options like you had in iPhoto, but more granular. You can one-click enhance the photo, which will find the best options available color-wise, saturation-wise, as well as lighting. And of course, you can always revert to original anytime you're editing up here at the top. You can rotate the photo 90 degrees if it's rotated incorrectly. Next, you have the crop option, where you can resize the photo and drag it around wherever you want it. You even have this scale over on the side where you can actually tilt the photo if you wanted to get it perfect. You can even flip the photo down here at the bottom if you want it facing the other direction. That's a new feature to the Photos application. Or even auto flip it if you need to. The next, you have the option to add filters to the photo. This is something that you've had on the iPhone and iPad, but is new to the Mac. From here, I can go ahead and make an instant looking photo, make it kind of aged a little bit. I can even get more granular in my adjustments. If I want to adjust the light, I simply drag this slider up and down, or even hit auto if I want it to auto adjust. I can saturate or desaturate the photo with the color, or just make it simply black and white, and I can adjust how black and white and what that photo looks like. And of course, at the top you always have revert to original, and at the bottom of your adjustments you have the reset. If I need to change or fix some bad areas of the photo, I can use this band-aid to actually retouch it if I wanted to. So for example, here, if I just want to retouch a little bit over on this side, I simply click and it gets rid of some of these light areas that I no longer want. Then I can resize the size of the brush if I wanted to. And new in Photos, this is something that used to be in Aperture. If I hold down the Option, I can actually select the area I want to replicate and then replicate it in a different area. That allows me to pull pieces from one area of the photo and replicate them in another area. Or, very simply, I can recorrect red eye, which this photo doesn't have any, but if I wanted to, I would simply get my slider the size I wanted to, and then click on the red area eye, and it will take away those for me. Or I can hit auto, and it will find the red eye in the photo and do it automatically for me. If you want to get more detail with photos, go into Adjust and click Add at the top. It's going to give you a lot more options for detail, white balance level. You can add the histogram to see all the color information about the photo. You can go in and add noise reduction if you want to get rid of noise. It gives you a lot of fine-tuned controls and automatic controls within that enhancement. I'm going to hit done, and that's going to save that photo for me. And it's going to automatically make that change on all of my other devices. So now if I go to iCloud.com, I'll see that same change made right here. Now I no longer have to edit my photos, manage, or delete per device. That's a little bit about Photos, the new application for editing, managing, maintaining your photos for the Mac. And this will now allow you to sync your photos across all your devices. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and you'll start to play around with Photos. If you need any help, feel free to reach out to us at triadmac.com. Thank you so much.